Hi Secret Gardeners. I wanted to do another the most asked questions to Google this morning because I think the last time I did it on succulents it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it. Sometimes you get some funny questions, sometimes you get some really good questions. So we are going to do that today, this morning before I head off to work. So I typed in this time, why are my tomatoes? And here's the questions that I got when I typed that in. So the first question is, why are my tomatoes wilting? So the short answer is it's probably not getting a lot of water or enough water. Tomatoes are a summer warm weather loving plant, but just like anybody, even if you love warm weather, you can still get overheated. And so if your plants in general aren't getting enough water and it's really hot, that is one reason why they could be wilting. You're gonna have to do a little bit of research and figure out why your plant, is it too much water, is it not enough water? One way you can do that, general rule of thumb, is stick your finger 2 to 3 inches down into the soil, see if it's wet down there. If it is, you should be good for another couple of days. If it's not, then you probably need to add some water into that soil and you should see your tomato plants come back to life. The second question is, why do my tomatoes have yellow leaves? There are many reasons why plants' leaves can look splotchy, yellow, brown, all sorts of issues can happen to our plants. One reason why a tomato plant could have yellow leaves is because of a fungal disease. And what you need to do in that case is just look to see if any leaves are touching the soil, because in a lot of cases, if your leaves of a tomato plant, they're very sensitive. If they're touching the soil, they can get a soil-borne disease, and that disease can start attacking the leaves that are closest to the soil. If you don't remove those leaves, it'll travel up to the plant. So my suggestion would be to remove those bottom leaves to prevent it from going up the soil. Now there are other issues that can cause yellowing of the leaves. One, it would be blight. So my suggestion in that case, if you're trying to understand what exactly could be causing that, take a picture of it, go to Google Images and see what it says. It's not always right. AI is never always right, but that's a starting point. The third question is, why do my tomatoes split? Because they're not happy and they're trying to run away. No. Tomatoes split because of too much water. So if you're not watering consistently and you get a huge rainfall, or you haven't watered in a few days, so you just pour a ton of water around your tomato plant, when it's uptaking that water, it's almost like you're drowning it, kind of. And so when that plant tries to take up all that water quickly, the tomatoes aren't slowly growing, it causes them to grow faster than they can, and then it causes the splitting on the skin. It's still safe to eat. If you don't like the way it looks, just cut that piece off and you can still eat it. And the fourth question is, why do my tomatoes have black spots? I'm assuming that question is regarding like the big black spot that appears on the bottom. That is called blossom end rot, and that is a lack of calcium uptake. So it's not necessarily saying that there's not enough calcium in the soil, but it's saying that the plant is having trouble taking that up. And because there is a lack now of calcium within the tomato plant, the bottom of the tomato where the blossom was starts to rot. Tomato's still edible, you can still cut that off and eat it. Tomato still tastes great, it doesn't ruin the tomato. But to fix that, consistent watering is one of the better ideas. So the plant has a better ability to uptake it because it has to come through the water. You can also, I would blend it, because if you crush it, eggshells take forever to break up. So if you turn it into a powder, sprinkle it around your plant, that will add some calcium to the soil, which is not a bad thing, just in case there might be a lack of calcium in the soil, and then that'll just, help give it another boost. You should see a change in just doing that. I've had that issue with my tomatoes, and I just put some eggshells into the soil, mix it all in, make sure they're crushed pretty good, and then that seems to fix the issue. So those are the 4 questions. Now let's see if we can find a funny one. I found it. Do tomatoes have nicotine? And the answer is yes. They have a very small trace amount of nicotine in them. It is like, from what I researched, 42 to 1,400 micrograms, when a cigarette has milligrams. So way, way more. And the amount that's in a tomato, because it's part of the nightshade family, so it's naturally occurring in the tomato, or the nightshade family of vegetables, fruit, whatever you want to call them, it's meaningless and it's harmless. And so that's an interesting answer I was not expecting. So I hope you had a wonderful time with me. I hope you learned some things that maybe you were wondering. If you have any other questions, please ask them below and I would love to answer them for you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.